Hello, everyone, and welcome back to JJ English Podcast.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and have fun learning English.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the JJ English Podcast, your warm and friendly space to unlock English step by step together. I'm Julia, and I'm really happy to be here with you today. This episode feels special. It feels like a fresh start.
And I'm Jim. Hello, everyone. Yes, this episode really feels different. A new year always brings that feeling of starting again. New plans, new ideas, and new intentions.
Exactly. Today we're talking about something many people think about at the beginning of the year, New Year's resolutions. Those little promises we make to ourselves when a new year begins.
That's right. And when people hear New Year's resolutions, they sometimes feel pressure. Big goals, big changes, and sometimes big frustration. But today, we want to keep things simple.
Very simple. No pressure at all. Just real life English, real conversations, and small ideas you can actually use. This episode is not about being perfect. It's about being realistic.
And about using English naturally while talking about your life. New Year's resolutions are a great topic because they come up a lot in conversations, at work, with friends, or even with people you just met.
Someone might ask you, do you have any New Year's resolutions? And suddenly you want to answer, but you don't know how. That's exactly what we're going to practice today.
Let's start with a very simple sentence. This year, I want to. This phrase is extremely useful.
Yes, this year I want to. You can use it for many things. For example, I can say, this year I want to take better care of myself.
And I can say, this year, I want to learn something new. Short, clear, and natural.
You don't need long explanations. One sentence is enough to start a conversation. And then, if the other person is interested, you can add more.
And that's something very important to remember. Conversations grow little by little. You don't need to say everything at once. One simple sentence opens the door.
Yes, and sometimes the other person will help you. They might ask a question or share their own resolution. Then the conversation feels easy and natural.
Let's talk about a very common resolution, health. Many people say something like, this year, I want to be healthier.
Yes, that's very common. And you can make it more personal. For example, this year I want to eat better. Or this year I want to exercise more.
And you can keep it realistic. Instead of saying, I want to go to the gym every day, you can say, I want to walk more. That sounds easier and more honest.
Exactly. I like that. For example, I can say, this year I want to walk every morning. It sounds calm, not stressful. And health doesn't have to mean big changes. It can be very simple things.
For example, you can say, this year I want to drink more water. Or, I want to cook at home more. These are small habits, but they make a difference.
I like that. Small habits feel more possible. They don't feel scary.
And if someone asks you why, you can add a reason. Because it helps me feel better. Or because it gives me more energy.
Jim, I think another great resolution is about having more fun. Not just work or exercise, but hobbies.
I love that idea, Julia. Hobbies are the things we do for pleasure. You can say, this year I want to learn how to.
For example, this year I want to learn how to cook. Or even better, I want to learn how to cook Italian food.
Oh, I want to be your friend if you cook Italian food. My resolution is, I want to learn how to play the guitar. I think music helps people relax.
And hobbies are great conversation topics because people usually react with interest. Yes, when you say, I want to learn how to cook, people often say, "Oh, really?" And then they ask questions. Let's practice. Repeat after us. I want to learn something new. Again, I want to learn something new.
And what about traveling? Many people say, this year I want to travel more.
Yes, I can say, this year I want to travel to a new city. Tiny story. Every year I say I want to travel to the mountains, but I always end up at the beach. Maybe this year will be different.
The beach is also good, and traveling doesn't always mean a big trip. Let's practice. I want to travel more. One more time. I want to travel more.
Or you can say something like, this year I want to explore my city more. Or I want to visit new places near my home.
That sounds very real and very doable.
Now let's talk about routines. A lot of resolutions are about daily habits, small things we do every day.
Routines are powerful because they shape your day.
Yes, for example, this year I want to wake up earlier. Even saying I want to have a calmer morning is a resolution. That's a very common one.
Or you can say, I want to start my day without my phone. That's a very important resolution.
I agree. I said that last year and I failed, but this year I really want to do it. I've said that many times. And you can also add something like, I want to wake up earlier so I have more time for myself.
Or this year, I want to go to bed earlier. That one is very honest.
It really is. And it sounds very natural in conversation. People usually smile when they hear that.
Another popular resolution is about work or studies. People often say, this year, I want to do better at work.
Or, this year I want to study more. Or, I want to focus more on my studies.
You can also say, I want to learn new skills. That's a great phrase.
You can say, this year I want to feel less stressed at work. Or, I want to organize my time better.
Those are very honest resolutions. Many people feel the same way.
And of course, since we're here, we have to talk about English.
Absolutely. Learning English is a very common New Year's resolution.
You can say something simple like, this year I want to improve my English.
Or, this year, I want to speak English with more confidence.
That's a great one. Confidence is very important. You don't need perfect English, you need confidence.
And you can explain how. For example, I want to practice a little every day.
That's exactly what we believe in here. Baby steps, a little every day.
You can say, this year, I want to speak more, even if I make mistakes.
I love that one. Mistakes mean you're trying.
Now let's talk about relationships. Relationships are a big part of our lives. Many people think about family and friends at the beginning of the year.
Yes, you might hear someone say, this year I want to spend more time with my family.
Or, I want to be more present with my friends. That means really being there, listening, and sharing moments.
You might say, this year I want to listen more, or I want to be more patient.
I like that one a lot. It feels warm and honest.
Those are beautiful resolutions. They're simple but very meaningful.
You can also talk about yourself emotionally. These resolutions are sometimes the most important ones. For example, this year I want to be calmer.
Yes, saying I want to be kinder to myself is a very powerful resolution. Or, this year I want to worry less. That's something many people feel.
And those are great resolutions because they're about how you feel, not just what you do.
Now let's practice how this sounds in a real conversation. Imagine I ask you, do you have any New Year's resolutions?
And I answer, yes, this year I want to take better care of myself. I want to walk more and sleep better.
That sounds perfect, natural and calm.
And then you can ask back, what about you?
Exactly. What about you is always a great question.
I might say, this year I want to improve my English. I want to practice a little every day.
And just like that, a real conversation starts.
One important thing to remember is that resolutions don't need to be big.
Yes, small goals are often better. They feel possible.
For example, instead of saying, I want to read 50 books, you can say, I want to read more.
Or, I want to read a little every week. That sounds much more realistic.
And if you don't like the word resolution, that's okay too.
You can say, this year I want to try, or this year I want to focus on.
Those phrases feel lighter and less serious.
Now let's slow down for a moment and do a gentle practice together.
You can repeat in your mind or out loud, whatever feels comfortable.
This year I want to,
Because
every day, or a little every day.
that's all you need.
Before we finish, we want to say something important. It's okay if you don't have New Year's resolutions.
And remember, your resolution can change.
Yes, what you want in January might be different in June. That's okay. Life changes and we change too.
That's completely okay. Not everyone likes making plans at the beginning of the year.
What matters is being kind to yourself and moving at your own pace.
And using English in real, meaningful moments, like talking about your life, your plans, and your feelings.
That's what language is for.
Let's do one last simple example together. This year, I want to feel better and enjoy the small things.
I love that one.
Me too.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us on the JoJay English podcast.
Before we finish, we want to remind you of one thing.
This podcast is a safe space to practice English.
You don't need to rush. You don't need to be perfect.
Just showing up and listening is already progress.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and share it with someone who is also learning English.
And now we have a question for you. In the comments, tell us one thing you want to focus on this year. It can be big or small.
Write it in English. Take it slow. You're doing great.
We're really happy to have you here.
See you in the next episode. Take care and keep practicing.